Wolfgang, we back in this thing. Back with a brand new video for y'all. Today, I'm talking about 5 things that men need to know about women. Alright? So, let's just hop into this G thing. The first thing that you need to know when you're dealing with a woman is that most of the time, you don't have to fix everything. Like, if your woman coming to you with a problem or something is stressing her out, um, a lot of dudes feel the need to, what can I do to fix it? Or let me try to solve it, right? And you end up making it worse by trying to do that. Most of the time, what I've learned too, like when I've dated women, is that the majority of the time they just want you to listen. They just want you to, be supportive. Women like to feel validated. They like to feel heard. They like to feel um, like you care about what they have to say and this, that, and the third. So it's not necessarily you gotta turn into Superman and try to fix it. I mean, if you can, you can, but the majority of the time, they just want to be heard. Simple as that. As men, a lot of times it's hard for men to just sit there and listen. We feel like we always need to control the situation, or we always need to try to figure something out to make us look like, oh yeah, we're the man. But most of the time, they just want you to listen, man. So keep that in mind. The next time, your girl come up to you with a situation or whatever, just sit there and listen. Let her talk. All right, number 2. The little things matter, man. This goes with everything in life, but especially with women. It's not necessarily the big things. Guys try to impress women with, buying them 20 dozen flowers or taking them on fancy trips or taking them to these 5-star restaurants. Like, all that is cool, you know. If anything, doing those things, you're going to get a woman that's going to use you, right? Like, I'm not saying if you got a good girl, whatever, you can't treat her to those things. But if you're always trying to do that to impress a woman, they're just going to figure out, like, oh, he's one of those types. So I'm just going to use him for his money and whatever else I could get out of him. Instead, what we got to do is realize it's the little things, it's the small acts of service that really stand out to a woman. So let's say after a long day, a nice little massage or some shit, or you just run some bath water or something for her, right? Instead of her cooking, you cook tonight. Stuff like that. It's the little things that like take the pressure off a woman. That could make her feel more lighter, right? You don't have to, buy 2 tickets to Jamaica and spend 2 weeks out there and, do all this other stuff. Nah, it's the small acts of service, man. The other day, um, like I had somebody DoorDash me. I had a girl DoorDash me like some food. And it was just the small things like that, right? Because I'm here at work and I was hungry, right? And she didn't even tell me she was gonna do it. She just sort of did it. But that's what I mean. Like, girls do that for us. So in return, it's okay for us to do that to them. It's just the little small things that make their day. Next, number 3, don't mistake a woman's tears for weakness. When a woman cries, it's not because she's weak. Not at all. Just like when I say when a man cries, it's not because he's weak, you know. It's actually a sign of strength. When a woman is crying, it means she's not giving up on you. If you ever have a woman cry about you, she's crying over you, she's still in love. That means she's trying her best to hang in there, right? She's trying to hold on to whatever you guys got. Because if she didn't, she would just walk out. She would just leave or go to another dude or whatever. But if a woman is crying over you, then you still got a chance. It's when they stop crying that it's over with. When they talking to start playing that, oh, I'm not gonna cry, they start playing that, it's done, man. If they doing that, yeah, you might as well move on, because at that point, that's when they give up. But if you got a woman crying over you, don't take it for granted, because I know a lot of guys who, once that woman leave, they be, whew, it's not like us, man. It's the end of the world. Once a girl leave us and you really like that girl and you see her with the next dude, yeah, dudes be ready to, man, do the worst. So don't take a woman that's crying necessarily for granted, and don't think she's being weak. She's actually trying to stay strong and keep whatever it is you got going. All right. Number 4, women want a partner. They don't want to be your mama. A lot of dudes out here, I'm gonna be real, and this could stem back to like childhood attachment issues or any of that, but a lot of dudes act like they want a woman to be their mom instead of their girl, right? Oh, especially the dudes with no purpose, no drive, that's just on the couch all day doing nothing. She coming home, she working, and she coming home cooking, and she buying you the video games, she buying you the new shoes. Yeah, that's a mom. You pretty much got a mama at that point. Women don't want to do that. They shouldn't even have to do that. That's not their role, for one. A woman would rather have a man that's, and I'm not saying some women, it's the opposite. They want a daddy. Like, they want a dude that do everything for them without them putting in no effort or none of that. It shouldn't be like that either. But it should be a partnership to where y'all both helping each other prosper. Y'all both adding value to each other's life. That's how it's supposed to be. Y'all both tackling life together. Y'all both tackling issues together. Teammates, not opponents, right? So it's funny because dudes be like, oh, yeah, I want a woman should submit and this and that. But if you treat her like your mama, why is she going to submit? If anything, you the one that's submitting in that situation, right? You got to go to her to get the new game, the new NCAA football 25. You asking her for that. You asking her for the new J's. Like, come on now. How a woman going to submit to that? All right? That's the problem. A lot of women feel like they raising boys, and it's crazy. It's wild. Number 4. Oh, I lied. Number 5. And the last one for this video. The most attractive quality that women find attractive when it comes to a man, it's not necessarily your looks. It's not the car you drive. It's not necessarily like how much money you got. All those things will get a woman to you. It'll attract the wrong type of woman, right? But it's really the masculine man, a confident man, a man that's on his purpose, a man that she feels safe in following, right? A man that knows where he's going, and she knows, like, okay, he's going somewhere. So I'm going to follow, and I'm going to provide, and I'm going to add value to this man's life while he's on this mission. I feel like those are the most attractive to a woman. Because, yeah, the looks, the money, the car, that'll get you to sleep with a woman. Yeah, a woman will sleep with you for all those things, for sure. But I'm talking about if you're really trying to build and keep a woman around for the long term, then it's the inner qualities. It's the intangibles that's the most attractive. It's your character, right? Your integrity, your leadership, being honest, being protective, being stable mentally, emotionally. Those are the things that's going to make a woman not want to go nowhere. Because if a woman is only using you for those other things, those tangible things, then as soon as she find another dude with a nicer car, with a bigger house, with more money, guess what? Deuces, she out that motherfucker. So that's why I always say too in my other videos, you never want to lead with money. Dudes be trying to lead with how much money they got. Oh, look at my car. That's fine. Because if you lead with that, you're going to have to continue to lead with that, right? You're going to have to continue to impress her with these material things. You don't want a woman like that. A real woman going to look at the inside, going to see how you are on the inside. Uh-huh. A real woman going to test your confidence to see if you're really confident. Going to test your masculinity to see if you're really a masculine guy or if you a feminine dude in a male body. You know, it's the things on the inside, because that's what's going to keep you. The intangibles, those things don't go nowhere. You could lose the money, you could lose the cars, you could lose the house, but even when you lose all those things, what's going to remain? It's what's in here. It's how you carry yourself, right? That's what's going to remain. So that's what we need to, as men, focus on steady developing and not so much of the outside stuff. Because the modern women these days, they pay attention to that. Oh, don't take me to the Cheesecake Factory, all that bull, right? But a real woman wants to know, can I have kids by this man? Is he going to be able to protect me and the kids? Is he going to be a provider? Can I trust him? That's the real stuff, man. So just keep that in mind. Those are 5 things that I feel like men need to know about women, all right? If you made it this far, I want you to type need to know, because we all need to know. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get this in the algorithm. And to the next video.